Came speeding by fast. I didn't get it on just in time. Wasn't ready at that point.
What was it? I wasn't looking.
We're live. Oh, look. Law enforcement came speeding by.
Oh, was that
Again.
went by that fast? Jeez, every time.
That's all right. We're going live now. I'm surprised they were going to do that. They know that we're filming out here. All right. All right, guys. We're live out here. This is Lewis Arthur with VOP News. And we're there again. Oh, better adjust this here. Live outside of City Care Night Shelter. The Pershing Center. That's the Pershing Center right there, those gates. Shelter's right about there where the tip of my finger is, over there. A lot of the tents, and there is a lot. There's probably close to about 300-400 tents in the immediate area. There's a lot of hidden spots where they're along creeks and rivers, just scattered off. So if you're just catching up, the Oklahoma City government had a meeting this morning. We had the wait for this car to come by. We had part of the conversation. It's recorded up on our Telegram channel from the city employee, giving everyone a heads up. Notified us that the city was planning to come out Saturday. I mentioned earlier in the last video that it was 20 or 48 hour notice, but I'm losing track of my days. We were going to do next rad today, but we rescheduled for tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, so Saturday morning, everyone that's outside encamped around City Care Night Shelter is supposed to have all their stuff out. They're supposed to be out, and if anything is here, their stuff will be confiscated, thrown into the dumpster. They're not going to wait around for people to pack their stuff up. They're just going to take it. If they resist, law enforcement will arrest them. Yada, yada, yada. Now, this is the way it normally happens. This has been happening. This is nothing new, especially to some of the people that are out here. But it's unfortunate for those that were in that meeting this morning that they hadn't grabbed someone from this camp out here, and when they were making that decision to decide that they were going to disperse everybody on Saturday. Because there's a search and rescue mission that's currently operating at this encampment right now with our ministry. How's it going, brother? Yeah. You need a cigarette?
I got it. Here you go.
Oh. Okay. It's good. He'll be back.
Hey, you hungry?
What you got there, ma'am? Cigarette? You can duck down. You're good.
Here you go. Hey, what?
Cold drinks. Do you come out here a lot?
I work at the night shelter.
Oh, okay. Did you know that they were giving notice this morning about Saturday? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're aware of that?
Yeah, shit's rough, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. We don't think it's going to be much of an issue. I don't think this time they're going to be able to clear the tents.
You know, they never actually do much.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not what she's saying. The lady that came by.
Yeah, the city that came by, I guess they're pretty serious this time. Saying law enforcement is complaining about the calls that are up. Businesses are complaining about the transients that are in the area, is what they call them, you know. But we're homeless too, so we kind of find it funny that they would have a meeting. I was just telling my subscribers, it's like they literally had a meeting this morning. They didn't pull anyone out here to be in that meeting so they could see what was going on in the camps themselves. So they made a decision without telling anybody. So yeah, we don't think we're gonna go. You know, Mayor David Holt, you should call him because we got a lot of families calling him, telling him that we have a search and rescue operation out here right now. We're working to get someone back home, and we have other people that we might be able to help. And she was on the phone with Hope. Hope is alive.
Yeah.
So we have them lined up, and
Got
you
a
know.
couple of people that are already calling this morning to see if they can get in because they've got open beds.
Yeah, but we're not gonna do the tent clearing this Saturday. That's our message to everybody. So, and I already have 18. I've gone and counted and talked. So I have 18 people already. You know, my wife and I make 20, and there's 2 other here. There's 22. That's a good number for us to go with. So,
Yeah.
but I appreciate what you do.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Thank you
Hey,
very
hey,
much.
if there's any essential things you need, like toiletries, you need some new underwear, socks, just
Don't have any first aid.
Yeah, the first aid. We have some people that have poison ivy and
send them up
rashes
to the
and
night
things.
shelter, and then I'll get them taken care of. I'm our
Okay.
community resource coordinator, so I connect people with mental health and social services.
Okay.
So if you know any people out here, send them my way. My name's
Perfect.
Madison. It's nice to
Madison,
meet you.
I'm Lewis. This is my wife Samantha.
Nice to meet you guys.
Okay, I've got a guy. When he comes back, he has a lot of open wounds. He just needs some wrappings and stuff. Do you have anything like that?
I will connect him with wound
Okay.
care. If he's got open wounds,
Yes.
then he needs to get that medically treated.
He was jumped by 5 people, so he's got a lot of wounds that need to be healed.
Okay, then I will call an ambulance for him and have them take him to the hospital and make them look, because I've had clients with open wounds before that get infected,
Yes,
and then
he
it
has
gets
diabetes.
gangrene, and then like they end up losing limbs, and so
Okay.
let's intervene before that happens
Okay,
and
very
send them up
good.
to the night shelter. I'll
do that
take
when
care
he
of it.
comes back.
Okay.
Thank
Do you guys have the ability for someone to just drive them up so we don't have to use city resources? Say they got to send an ambulance out here to transport somebody. But do we have, like, if they're willing to be transported, do we have someone that's willing just to transport them out to the emergency room and then drop them off and then have someone they can call and arrange for pickup?
I wouldn't mind driving him myself. My working hours are like 11 to 7 ish.
And he has insurance.
Come on.
He has
I got you a
insurance.
meal.
He has insurance.
You hungry? I figured.
Yeah,
Hold on.
she looks she's starving.
She's pregnant,
Yeah, and
so
Pastor
okay.
Jesse, I know he's coming out Friday, but we can get some of the other churches to see if we can get volunteers to transport. One of the things, guys, that we're talking about doing is the city's using reasons to justify the unlawful and unconstitutional actions that they commit upon those that dwell in the city, and particularly homeless people themselves who have no way to fight back. So we want to cut back on their complaints. And one of the things that you can do to save the city a lot of money, like we did at Bravo and Alpha camps with our veteran search and rescue missions, is that you take that responsibility on yourself. So we're going to be working on just getting a hold of the few people we know and building up so we have the support base needed, so then they don't have to have so many 911 calls. I don't think it's idea for an ambulance to come all the way out here when we can simply take the individual to the emergency room if that's what's required, because they're worried about liability. And some of these city things, we're going to talk to her employer. She's out here, that's her cart. She's going out to feed and provide water. It is going to be 90 degrees today. It's going to be really hot. So on hot days and cold days where the weather's extreme, they send out aid, and they go around the perimeter of their shelter. Now, all around this shelter, you have homeless people, and if you're just joining us, some of them actually stay at the shelter, but they're not allowed in there from 5:30 to, I think it's like 6. We can ask her. During the day, they're not allowed in there, but they can stay at nighttime. So they have all their belongings in their tents, and they stay in the shelter at nighttime. I came up. What time do you guys open and close?
6 o'clock, and
You-
then we close at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. So they said they woke up at like 5:30. So they woke it up at 5:30, and then 7 a.m. they close. And then and how many do you guys house tonight?
So we have 28 beds for women and 96 beds for men.
28 for women and 96 for
And then
men.
if you go to Diversion Hub, which is Do you know what Diversion Hub is?
Diversion Hub. Have we been up? Is that the one by Walmart Supercenter where they have
No, it's up by 10th and Robinson, and they help people with like backgrounds with convictions or just like people experiencing homelessness, and that's our only direct referral into the night shelter unless you're like in a domestic violence situation or something like that. But if you like go up to Diversion Hub, talk to a case manager and ask for a referral to the night shelter, then we'll get you a spot in.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Watch out for these people. They're flying. You guys see that car go flying by? Now we've seen Oklahoma City Police. We've been talking to you guys about that. The Oklahoma City Police, they've not only flown past us at around 50, 60 miles an hour without their lights on, but they've also gone wrong way down this one-way road, you know. And so they'll fly up and down. On the other side of this clay-based creek is another whole line of displaced Americans, you know. And this is a major thing is happening all across the U.S. It's always been an issue, but it's exploded and it hasn't recovered. And, you know, just the field, land and opportunity is growing. This is perfect. So get the message out to your churches and let them know what's going on and tell them they should get their people out onto the streets with God's people. Jesus walks amongst the last and least. He said so many people aren't even going to recognize him. You know, you probably drove right past him. You haven't even seen him yet. You believe in all these stereotypes. Out here, you know, the devil doesn't discriminate. What color you come from, what color, what language you speak, how rich you are. No, there's an oppression, you know, that's upon all these people out here, and we know the one answer, Jesus. We know that, you know, and we just dwell amongst them. So for our other churches out there, you know, we have some pastors that are stepping up, and you know, we have a ministry coming out Friday, right? You said Friday? Yeah. All right. So Friday. We're working at getting a few. Yeah, we gotta let him know. They were probably already notified too. Some of the people that have already been working out here in these ministries, there's various ones. We're gonna help do the organizing part to where the complaints, if there are complaints about trash, well, it's fine. We send a clean team up and down these streets and creek twice a day, just like we used to do at Bravo Base, and we just, you know, get them safety vests and gloves. You're going to see certain things on our Amazon wish list we're going to be equipping the homeless with. We have some equipment that we need for Operation Leaning Tower, so some of you might see some tactical equipment. You're like, what does this have to do with the homeless issue out there at Oklahoma City? That's for Operation Leaning Tower. We're still running forward with those operations. We have our simulation coming up. If you want to participate in those, guys, it's very important. And there are a lot of people that know. So don't feel like you're a crazy tinfoil hat person that no one believes. You'd be amazed at how many millions of Americans know and they believe. They've been afraid to speak, and they're afraid of being ostracized, criticized, mocked. But we're not afraid to speak the truth, especially in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And so the truth is, our government is really messed up, and we need God to fix it. That's it. And we give God the opportunity. So the government's made a lot of opportunity out here. Look at this one. That's a nice one. And courtesy of the United States military, they've been poisoning our skies. You can look up there, stratospheric aerosol injections. If you're new to that, look that up. It's not a conspiracy. It's science. I always tell you to trust the science. So trust the science we've been talking to you about. HART, NEXRAD, stratospheric aerosol injections, weather modification, weather weapons program, USAP, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, Unis Corp, and many others. General Dynamics is really nervous about the towers They're wondering if those next rads is just a smokescreen for VOP, and then our real target is some nice little towers at these newer ones, these little cute little towers they like putting up. Other technology. What's the military doing? If you're not aware, I just want to let you know the United States military has been embedding directed energy weapon technology within civilian infrastructure, and they have been deploying that weapons technology against the American citizens. This is all part of Title 50, subsection 1528 of the PrEP Act, where they can say in peace times they're allowed to do these experiments upon us. Now, you don't have informed consent just yet. President Donald Trump has gotten really close to do it. You have a Congresswoman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, is confirmed about the military playing God with the weather. R.F. Kennedy Jr. has confirmed that the stratospheric aerosol injections, at least he's acknowledging that part, that poison we're breathing is coming from the Department of Defense. DARPA, look it up if you're not aware. I guess there's just a big old message going out, and it's not really mixed. We're just showing you another way that, you know, our institutions that we've elected to represent us have done everything in their power to profit themselves, abandon our people, persecute those that would even go out and help. We're at 18. Gonna be really nice. See, here's a some people sleep outside. They don't want to be inside. It's not because there's not a shelter available. There's a shelter available. It's not because they have a drug issue. It's not because they have any issue. Other than they just don't want to be inside four walls. Maybe something bad happened to them inside four walls. You don't know. But whatever the reason is their free will to not be put in a box. So we're out here fighting on behalf of one and many like her. We have the trash mess down there. We're probably going to get cleaned up. One of the things we'll be working on is we have a lot of people that will come over here and hang out with us. We're going to get probably 2 or 3 that'll go out there with us with some trash bags and just start leading by example. Then going through and just picking up and clearing up the area. We're going to start cleaning up the area. We found several projects, especially along the creek, that people can help with. And once again, as the churches become more aware of what the situation is, they're usually used to these people just being bulldozed out and displaced, and then they'll find them pop up somewhere else. This is a unique situation because the mayor's office and law enforcement have been notified that we will not comply with any orders to vacate by Saturday morning. In fact, we're going to be very busy working to do the city's job for the city at no cost to the city, but also with no obstruction from the city. Now, Mayor David Holt's staff, his office, obviously they're all going to be directed over to what we're doing. He already knows who we are because we came first for the next RADs, the directed energy weapons related to weather weapon Helene in western North Carolina. Those stratospheric aerosol injections in your skies. We're trying to stop the military from poisoning you and your children, as well as ours. We're going to be going to random lives. We are at live all the time. So just be ready for that. At any point, we could be launching a live video. Law enforcement, if you decide to come out, you're hereby notified that you will be filmed live. We'll be asking for your name and badge number. And we're more willing that we really desire to have a civil conversation with you because we can assist you. We can assist you in helping these people. We promise to obstruct you from harming them, but we can assist you in helping them. If you really want to help them, we'll show you what God's shown us over the years, and we'll apply what He's applied through us. And you'll see just how great He is. This is Louis Arthur with VOP News, and this is your 20-minute special. Another live broadcast coming up. Gotta go.